Hello, it's me, Jennifer Anderson, Superstar Director of Radiant Rockstars, and it's Tuesday night, RockStar Rally night, my favorite night of the week, where I get to spend it with all of you. And tonight, I'm also spending it with iced coffee. Amen. Um, it's just been one of those days. So I'm so excited because tonight I have a special treat for you, and that is three incredible directors in the Radiant Rockstars organization. And so if you watched RockStar Rally last week, which was about earning the incentive trip and kind of setting yourself up to earn this next incentive through this next season, I really talked a lot about finding joy in your business. And it's so important that you do things in your business that bring you joy. And if you've watched my trainings before, you've heard me talk about, I am so big on doing income producing activities, right? Cutting the fluff. Don't overwhelm yourself with things that bog you down or drain you or cloud you, and just really focus on income producing activities. That's the way I teach and train because that's the way my brain works. However, I also know that there is immense value in doing things that bring you joy, even if they don't make you money. Because if you get to a point in your business where you are only doing income producing activities and maybe none of those income producing activities are the things that bring you joy or make you happy or are outlets for you to be creative, you will end up getting to a point where you resent your business or you just don't want to do it. That happens. It happens a lot. It happens all the time. So that's why it's so incredibly important to find things in your business that make you happy, make you feel free and creative, or just bring you joy and make you smile. And maybe it's something that doesn't produce income. Maybe it's something that doesn't produce income. And I want you to hear me say that it's okay to do those things. It's not okay to do only those things, right? Sometimes we have to do like the grown-up things that maybe we don't want to do, or the things that are hard. Often the things that are hard are the things that pay off the most in the long run. The things that are difficult, the things that we really have to push through, those are the things that honestly usually are where the most growth comes from. But in order to truly love your business and want to wake up and do it every day and to keep going even when you're tired or it gets hard, that's where the joy has to come in. That's where the finding things that you love to do in this business has to come in. And I talked about that last week. So what I did is I asked some of our directors to come and share tonight and tell us what they do in their business that brings them immense joy. And so I'm so excited to hear from them tonight. We have Sarah Barabee, director in Virginia. We have Shelby Cumming, director in Florida. And we have Nicole Pesci, director in Massachusetts. So I'm excited to hear from them tonight. So they're just going to share with us what they do in their business that brings them joy and makes them happy. And Sarah, would you be willing to go first? Are you ready?
All right, so my team knows that I love to be creative and I like to be thrifty, or cheap or whatever you want to call it. So every time I go to like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or whatever, I always go to the clearance section. Always hit it every time. Like, for example, I went to Walmart the other day. They had these things of ribbon for like $2. So I always grab them. Don't know, when I'm going to need it. But one thing I love to do is I do scent of the month crates. So when they do the end of month live, they always tell us what the scent's going to be for the next month. So I kind of get like my creative juices flowing. And I usually keep it around like 15 to $20. So I usually do like 7. So I can keep like 2 bars to myself because we get 9. And I just do like a simple little box. I just grabbed a couple random things. So I'll do like a scent of the month bar, another, bar that goes along with it. So like next month, I'm going to do like a Halloween kind of theme with our scary good. Maybe do like a room spray or like a scent circle. And these boxes that I get, the pirate ship labels that you can get fit perfectly on here. So I'll design something on Avery and print it myself. One of the boxes I did a few months ago was called Tutti Frutti, and it was with the appealing apple. So I just took bars that I had and I bought these silicone molds on Amazon. and I just did like random like fruit samples. I just keep it really simple and, you know, affordable for me. You know, there's all these groups on Facebook of like these scent crates and this and that, and go design this and do this. And that's, I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I do this full time, and that's too much for even me to do. Like, I don't know how these people do this. I like to keep it very simple. I print out like just very basic like labels. Like I just put cocoa lime. That was, and I stick it on a little bag. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I do like cotton cleanups. So I'll stick those in there. And I always keep, like I got my whiff box today. I always keep like the sample packets or the scent cups, and I put them like in a little bin, so that when I do, you know, I don't do every box the same, and I'll just toss like a cup in there, or I toss like one of these in there because I already have them. They're free. With the Tutti Frutti ones, I did like the peeling apple bar, and then I did another fruit bar, and then I did like a scent pack. So I try to give them like different things they might not buy necessarily, like maybe like a travel tin or like a car bar. You know, they always buy wax, but they don't always necessarily buy other things. So it's something fun that I like to do. I kind of like to get creative with like the themes of my boxes. Oh, thank you. I just got this yesterday. It's so cute. Like I got these at Target. I always just kind of keep an eye out for things that are like cheap or like discounted. Like these were like 2 for 50 cents at Target. Or like I got these little pumpkins at Walmart that were really cheap. And then like, you know, when holidays are over, they always have like discounted stuff that you can buy and like save it for the next year, or like a different theme that you want to do. Like for July, I did like a red, white, and blue box. Like you're already getting these bars. You get like 9 of them for $35. So why not? I mean, and the big selling point to my customers is that you can get the bar before it's available. So they have like kind of like first dibs on getting it. So I think they really like that. And it's really fun to put them together. It brings me joy. I like being creative. And this is another thing. Like I used my Cricut machine. I don't know if you can see this. I made all these with my Cricut to stick in like every, you know, order that I get. So it's just like fun for me to just be creative. And
That's so cute. I love it. And I know like I know so many consultants resonate with the like creativity thing, or like expressing yourself in that kind of crafty way almost too, you know, like
yeah,
that
I really like how I can incorporate that into my business.
100%. And so I love that, because this is something for me that I'm like, I just want to buy it already done. You know what I mean? Like I like the idea of doing crafts for me is not, it doesn't bring me joy, but I know that so many consultants, like mad joy comes from getting crafty and putting things together and designing labels and putting boxes together. And so that's so beautiful that it truly brings you happiness, but I love that it also is actually an income producing activity for you.
Yeah.
And I
Like,
think that's really cool.
Home Depot, Hobby Lobby. And we got these like really cute little buckets that were on sale for like 40% off. And I just put like a bar, a room spray, and a scent circle in a cute little bag, and like 4 of them today.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Aikila says me. She's such a creative person. I know that that's really big for you, Aikila. Stephanie says Dollar Tree has really cute Halloween stuff right now. Really great to go in your Halloween crate. I gotta try this. Lots of love your idea. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Okay, so next up is Shelby. Are you ready, Shelby?
I want to hop on and talk to you guys about vendor events. But first I want to tell you like how I kind of came to the conclusion to talk about vendor events. So it was honestly really funny. So my cousin Victoria, she's on my team and she's my very best friend in the whole wide world. We work together in our full-time job. We're preschool teachers together. We work our businesses together and our vendor events together. And we're pretty much always together, and our husbands hate it. But it's something that we love doing together. And earlier today, I was actually talking to her and I was like, you know, I'm really bummed. I feel like over the last month, it's been crazy for us. I started a new job with her. Then we transitioned from the school we were at to another one. We were both sick. It was a whole thing. Like the past month, I've like, wow, I feel like I haven't worked my business at all in like a month. I'm really bummed about it. And she goes, girl, you need a hobby. And I laughed and I said, well, it is my hobby. There is not a single thing in my business I don't love doing unless I have to set an alarm for it. Then I hate it. I love it. So then Jen made this post in our director page and said, can y'all come and talk to us about something that brings you joy in your business? And I was like, crap. What am I supposed to talk about? And in this conversation, Victoria and I started talking, and the entire month of July, we were doing vendor events every single weekend, every single Saturday. And one weekend we did a Saturday and a Sunday. Hit it hard. And it was something we had planned out. We decided, you know what, we're going to hit it hard this, going into fall. We don't care how hard the work is. We don't care how hot it is, because we are in South Florida, and y'all, we have like 4 days of winter. They're randomly sporadic. Usually they happen randomly in February, and they're never consecutive. So we're having this conversation. We're like, we need to start doing events again. We had burnt ourselves out in July because honestly, we just were not prepared. We weren't. And now, throughout this conversation today, we're like, what are we going to do? What brings us joy? We miss doing events. And she said something to me, and that's what really sparked me to talk about this tonight. She said, I would scroll back through our text messages to read it directly, but I'm going to paraphrase here. She said, I miss doing events as much as we did. I know it was exhausting, but my business has never been as good as it was when we were doing events together every single weekend. And I said, all right, let's do it. And then I said, I can talk about events tonight. So here we are. Why do I love doing events as much as I do? I'll tell you why. I don't care if I'm outside in the heat. I don't care if I'm scrambling to make sure my wax doesn't melt because I did not prepare accordingly. I love doing events because it never fails. Somebody walks up to my booth, multiple somebodies, and they say, what is this? And I get to tell them what Scentsy is and why I love it as much as I do, and why I think it is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I truly love having those conversations. And Victoria will tell you, and she probably rolls her eyes when it happens. Somebody will come to me and they'll say, what's this? And I'll say, you've never heard of Scentsy? And they say, no. And I say, oh my gosh, you're my favorite person. I love telling people what Scentsy is. It's my favorite thing. That for me, yes, it is exhausting. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Setting up a tent if you're doing an outdoor event, and tables and laying everything out, because we are a little bit extra when it comes to our display, not gonna lie. It's exhausting. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like it is physically exhausting. Like, I come home and I take a shower and I go to bed, and like that is the end of my day. But two things happen for me when I do an event. One, I get to tell somebody what Scentsy is, and every time I get to have that conversation, I remember why I love this company. Usually something sparks in my mind, and it's never the same thing twice. And let's be honest, I get to make money. And yeah, we're all here for a different reason. But how many of us would really hang out if we weren't at least making some sort of money for all the work that we were doing? Right? Like, I mean, if you're in it because like you just want to be here, that is fine. I just want to be here, but I want to make money while I'm just being here. So all that to basically say that I love doing vendor events because I love selling stuff to people. I love telling them how much I love Scentsy. And like, that's all I got, y'all.
Awesome. That was so good. Thank you so much for sharing. I also love vendor events, and I have those same sort of moments happen to me when I do events and I get to share Scentsy live and in person with people. I'm always reminded of how much I love my business and how much I love these products and how much I really think that our products are the best fragrance products on the market. I really, truly do believe that. And every time I take a warmer out of a box, whether it's at a vendor event or doing an unboxing video for YouTube or for my VIP group, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm reminded of how much I love this. And so it's so important. Thank you for sharing both the struggles of that, and then how important that is to have that and find that joy and how that can keep you going. So thank you for sharing, Shelby. I appreciate it. Okay, and last up, Nicole Pesci. Are you ready? Let's do it, girl.
Okay. That was awesome, Shelby, by the way. So I kind of resonate with her in the sense that I had a slow past couple months where I wasn't doing my absolute best and trying my absolute hardest. And I knew I needed to make a change. And I didn't realize what I was doing was like, I wasn't purposely doing this to create joy in my business until Jen posted in the director page asking what we've been doing. And I realized, like, wow, holy crap, this has been giving me joy the past few weeks or so. And that is just, I started to incorporate Scentsy into my everyday life, all day, every day, which I've done at times in my business, but I've really been digging into that the past couple weeks. And that just goes from using the products more and more. Like, I realized that I haven't even been turning on my warmers as much as I used to be. So what I did was I ordered all of my favorite fall fragrances and new releases, and I got pods, I got Scentsy Fresh, I got new oils, I got new waxes. Like, I went hard, and I just stocked my apartment with them. I have my whole house smells like cider mill right now, and autumn road trip and pumpkin. And I've been changing the oil in my diffuser. I haven't turned my diffuser on in months. And I finally turned my diffuser on and I put an oil in it. And I'm using Scentsy Fresh when I make my bed every morning. And the real joy for me is Scentsy. Like Jen just said, I truly do believe that we have the best fragrance products, and the products are what gives me joy. When I walk into a house and I can smell Scentsy, it gives me so much happiness. If I get in my car and I have my mini fan diffuser in there with my Arctic Kiss pods, I'm happier. And not only just using the products, but talking about them. My cousin was here with her friends a few days ago, and I said, all right, I'm going to go upstairs and change all my wax. And both of them stopped me and said, wow, I need to grab some wax. I brought all my testers down and we smelt them, and they both placed orders. And so me just talking about Scentsy and incorporating it more into my daily life has got me so many orders, has got me new teamies all in this month, and lit a fire under me because I now enjoy more sitting down to work my business when I have cider mill in the warmer behind me, and I'm smelling Scentsy as I'm working. So yeah, I think that you have to like the product if you sell it, right? I think we all like Scentsy here. Well, then use it more. I tell my team that all the time. Find something you've never used before and get it. If you've never used pods, just get a fan diffuser and use them. If you've never used, car bars, get some car bars and put them in your car. It's gonna, like we were saying about the air purifier, it's gonna change how you market it, and it's just gonna make you feel good. So yeah.
I think that was so good and honestly so profound. When you were talking, I literally said, wow, because I was like, oh my gosh, sometimes it is that simple. Like, hey, don't forget that you love these products, right? And it was really cool to watch you say, hey, if my house smells like cider mill, I'm happy and I want to do this, And I thought that was really, really profound. And you know what else I loved is that I love that all three of these women are successful directors in Scentsy. They're all successful in their own right, and they all had completely different perspectives, right? They look different, they sound different, they have different perspectives, and different things bring them joy, and they're all successful. And you guys know what? That is my most favorite thing about this business and our company, is that no one has to look the same, sound the same, have the same values. Like, we all have, everyone can be so different and be incredibly successful. And honestly, I think that you just helped me rediscover what brings me joy in this business, and that is helping other people find success, people who aren't like me and people who are like me and everyone in between. That really is what brings me joy in this business. So Thank you guys so much for sharing tonight. I think that it was just a good refresher. I also think I just had some aha moments myself in finding like, hey, do creative things once in a while. Hey, get out and talk to people at events and unbox warmers and put product in people's faces and hey, just spray some cider mill counter clean on your counters and see what happens. See if you can't be happy about that, you know. I just really loved hearing from you guys. I thought it was really good perspective and great to see how all three of you are successful and different in so many ways. So thank you so much for sharing tonight, you guys. I loved it. To the rest of you, make sure you are doing things in this business that make you happy and bring you joy. That's what keeps you going. That's what keeps you excited. That's what keeps you interested. That's what's going to help you earn this next incentive. But honestly, that's also what helps you build your team and recruit and draw people to you. When you're happy and loving what you do, people want to be a part of what you're doing because everyone is looking for happiness. Absolutely everyone in the world is looking for happiness. And you have joy. You have happiness right in front of you in some regard through this business. And so what a beautiful gift to be able to offer that same opportunity to find happiness and joy to others. So don't forget to share that with them. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us live and in person. And I will see you next week. Okay?